What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how to create this sexy, sultry, sassy, slay on Christmas Day look using Kylie Jenner's new holiday collection. So for this look on my eyes, I used the Nice palette. And if you keep watching towards the end of the video, I'll show you live lip swatches of the Sugar Lip collection. Now, I know for me, it's always hard deciding whether or not a lip color will look good on my complexion just based off of the photos on the website. So maybe these swatches will help you decide if this is the right choice for you. I also didn't plan on making a review video for this collection, just because I feel like there's already enough out there. But if you want to know my opinion, then just comment down below, let me know, and I'll be glad to make one. Oh, so before we get into it, I do have to tell you one thing. I heard that Santa is putting people on the naughty list if you don't subscribe to my channel. So you best go subscribe. Okay, now let's get into this look.
Starting off by priming my face with the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. I'll be applying this all over my face. And for targeted areas, I'll be using Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer on my nose, my chin, and my forehead. That'll help reduce some of the texture that I have in that area. Let's get started with brows. So I'll be using Mirabella's medium brow pencil just to fill in the sparse areas and to make my brow look a little fuller. And then I'll be going in with Lancôme Sourcils brow gel, and I'll be applying that to fill in the areas so it's not as sparse. So now I'm highlighting underneath my brow bone with Sephora Collection's Matte Sand Brow Enhancer. I'll be placing this right underneath my brow, directly on my brow bone. Next, I'll be using Anastasia Beverly Hills Concealer in the shade 6. And I'll be using this concealer with my MAC 195 brush, carving out the top portion of my brows. Now we have to prime our eyelids, otherwise our eyeshadow won't stick. So I'm using Urban Decay's eyeshadow primer in the shade Enigma. And I'll just be patting that all over my eyelid. And on top of that, for a smooth base, I'll be using MAC Cosmetics Laying Low Paint Pot. This will help neutralize my eyelid and help the colors of the eyeshadow pop, and it'll help the shadows wear a lot more vibrant on the eyelid. Now let's get to the star of the show, Kylie Cosmetics The Nice palette. With my Morphe M333 brush, I'll be applying Lullaby all over my eyelid from my brow bone to my lash line to set the paint pot that we just applied. Now with my Morphe M506 brush, I'll be taking Jack Frost eyeshadow and applying that on my brow bone to give it a highlighted effect. With my Morphe M330 brush, you see me applying Santa Baby to the crease of my eye. This is my transition color. My transition color is going to help my eyeshadows to blend more smoothly together and give it a soft focused look. With my Luxie 227 blending brush, I'll be taking Ginger Snap in my crease just below Santa Baby. Layering your eyeshadows this way will help your eyeshadows blend and look more seamless. We want to give the illusion of blurred lines. Okay, so my camera kind of cut off at this part, but basically what I'm doing here is taking the shade Holly on my Morphe M562 brush, and that's going underneath Santa Baby and Ginger Snap, the two colors we just applied. This is going from the outer corner all the way to the inner corner. And here you see me buffing Ginger Snap on top of the Holly color we just applied, just to make everything blend together. Now's the time to cut the crease. I'm going back in with MAC Cosmetics Laying Low Paint Pot, and I'm taking a small detailed precision brush to help cut the crease. I got this brush from Joann's fabric store. You can get any brush that'll fit your shape of the eye. And you're going to go in from the inner corner and pull it just past the center of the iris. And this is going to give you your sharp cut crease look. Moving on to the outer crease, with my MAC 217 brush, I'm taking Macaroon, but I noticed the color had very little pigment, so it really didn't do much for me. Instead, I'm taking Wonderland and I'm tapping it on the outer corner of my eye. I'm not blending it because I want the color to be very opaque and very vibrant to the outer corner of my eye. So tapping it will pack on the color to create a more vibrant effect. So with the slow-mo here, this is just giving you an idea of how the blending should look. With a very dense blending brush, I took Mulberry. Then you'll see me blending it softly towards the center of the eye. This helps diffuse the color from being very opaque on the outer corner to very subtle on the center of the eye. So now it's time to slay for the holiday. I'm taking my Morphe M210 brush and I wet it with the Little Fix Plus, and I am going to be placing this gold yellow shade all over my eyelid, blending it into the outer corner color that we just created with Wonderland and Mulberry. Now I'm just going back in with Mulberry to touch it up a little and blend the two colors together. We want to marry the colors together so it looks like a gradient effect. Oh yeah, and this is my Royal & Langnickel eyeshadow brush in BMD 466. I'm taking a stippling brush, preferably my Morphe M430 brush, and I'm going back in with the shade Drummer Boy, and I'll be feathering that on top of Mulberry. You can see here that I'm applying it just before Mulberry and just after Slay. Alright girl, it's time to line it up. I'm using my NYX liquid liner, and oh girl, it is so hard to line your eyes in front of a camera. So this is the best you're gonna get. Now I noticed playing with these eyeshadows, it created a tremendous amount of fallout. So I had to take a makeup remover wipe and clean up all of the fallout so I can get started with my foundation. Now the foundation part of this tutorial, I kind of sped up and decided to skip a few products because foundation is very simple. Everybody has their own way of doing it. You get the gist. I forgot to color correct, so this is me going in, color correcting, and then I reapply my foundation on top. So I have extra full coverage going on today. Now it's time for lashes. My favorite Cocoa lashes are the Gimme G's, and that's what I'm using here today. Like I said, I went ahead and finished my foundation. I set my face. And now we're moving on to contour. I'm using my Urban Decay Trio in the shade Native. I'm using the bronzer from that trio and bronzing my face. We want that Beyonce glow. You see me using my Crown Cosmetics C405 contour brush. Now, if this hasn't been through war, I don't know what has. I use this stuff religiously. I'm using my Smashbox contour palette in the deepest shade, medium deep, with my MAC 163 brush. I'm going in and contouring these cheeks, baby. Now with the stippling brush, I'm blending away any excess powder or residue I had left over from my setting powder, and this will also help blend all of the harsh lines together and any extra blending you forgot to do earlier. Ooh, it's time to highlight to the gods. So I'm using MAC Cosmetics Gold Deposit Mineralized Skin Finish with my Bdellium Tools 965 brush to apply on the highest parts of my cheek to give me a nice, beautiful, gleaming glow. So I like to layer my highlights. I'm using Beaming Blush by MAC Cosmetics. It's an extra dimension skin finish. With my Morphe M510 brush, I'll be highlighting the highest parts of my cheek with the Little Fix Plush, and this will give it a more vibrant highlight. So now we're just putting icing on the cake, and I'm using MAC's Nothing On Eyeliner Kohl. This is going to go in my inner lower lash line. I like doing this because it makes my eyes look a lot larger, more wider, because I have very small eyes. So this gives me more of an opened eye look. And finally, on my bottom lash line with my Morphe M506 brush, I'm taking Drummer Boy and blending that in to the lower lash line of my eye. Now it's time to pop on some mascara. I'm using Dior's It Lash Mascara. I decided to try something new. And finally, I'm adding some tinted brow gel by Benefit in the shade 3 to add some color back to my brows. After I just applied so much powder, it tends to make them look a lot lighter and take away from some of the color. So this is gonna set them in place and give it more color. All right, now it's time for lip swatches, the moment we've all been waiting for.
We've got more videos along the way. Please like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment down below telling me which lip color you thought was the best.